Being a business owner means that there's a ton of decisions to make, and we can get really tired, meaning that we start procrastinating, avoiding, or simply not being able to make the decision that's in front of you. Sometimes it might take a week, a month, or even longer. And this can be a very expensive habit. You might miss out on opportunity, or just the simple fact that you didn't take the decision means that you're not moving forwards. So let me break it down for you so you know that it's not a lack of intelligence. It doesn't mean that you're not able to, it's just that you don't have the right tools. And if this video is resonating with you, remember to hit subscribe and book a free consultation call with me in link in the bio. There is several powerful questions that you can ask to make the decision process much easier for yourself. And that's what we're going to do in this video. So make sure that you listen through, because I will deliver to you here exactly how to overcome that barrier so it makes it easier for you to make those decisions that is needed. From my experience as a project manager or a global sales manager in London, I was making fast decisions all the time, especially when I was out with a client. You had to take on board a lot of information and very quickly evaluate it and give them an answer there and then. So I became very good at decision making in my corporate career. Now I work as a coach. My name is Shanti, and I help business owners, entrepreneurs to overcome their own barriers so their businesses can grow and you can build the dream that you see for yourself. The most common thing that happens is that there's two reasons why we're hesitating to make a decision. We might freeze up, we might spin around in circles. The first one is that we're not able to be objective. A lot of times when we start our own business, we become very personally attached to that business. Your own feelings, thoughts, and fears are kind of interwoven into the business, and it can become very tricky to distinguish in what way you want to go. The second one is that you simply don't have clarity. And there are, again, several questions to ask around this so you can receive that clarity and confidently move forwards with your decision. If you are in a situation where both of these are involved, which is very common, by the way, then it makes it even trickier and it becomes very muddled. If we are too close to a problem, we have a hard time evaluating it objectively. And all of a sudden, as we look at this problem, or this decision that you're making from several different angles, we tend to spin around and just the wheels in the mud. The solution, of course, is not that you're supposed to just shut off your feelings, but develop the ability to create distance from how you're operating and thinking from the business itself. Here's the first set of questions for you. What does it cost me to not make this decision? Or what is it costing me and my business if I'm procrastinating on this decision? And what is the real consequences of me being stuck and not moving forwards? That is three versions of question number one. Question number two, do I have any fears here? What are the underlying beliefs that are stopping me from moving forwards? And the third one, to create that distance between yourself and your business, is if I wasn't the owner and I was employed for this company and someone came to me with this decision to make, how would I look at it then? What would I deliver? And what would my answers be? Or if someone came to me and asked for advice on this, like a good friend or a colleague or a previous boss, how would I tell them to look at this problem and what solutions would I bring? What decisions would I then go for? This will create distance for you. Number two, if you're lacking clarity, which very often is the case, we kind of get stuck in believing that where we are now is the only place that we can be. This is not an emotional gap, rather a structural one, where you don't have enough information to continue the execution. You're not articulated enough. And this is where these powerful questions come in. What information am I potentially missing here in order to make a really good, confident decision? And if you're making this decision with more information, would it be a more confident decision? What do you need in order to make a confident decision here? And what am I trying to achieve with the decision? What is the ultimate goal? Within my options, what is moving me closer to the goal? It might not bring me all the way there, but what is bringing me closer to my higher goals and objectives for the business? The options that I have in front of me, are these actually aligned to the overall goal? Or are all the options actually wrong? Is there a third option, a fifth option that I haven't considered at all? Can you step out of the whole circle and look at it from a new perspective? We tend to be quite limited when we look at a problem over and over again. So I always recommend my clients to try to do something completely different. Go for a run, go for a cycle, a swim, go and see your kids or niece and nephew, go and see your friends, completely step out of the situation and then see if something will come to you. Another alternative is, of course, meditation, and try again to just put the problem, the decision you're trying to make in front of you and see what new information is coming. Sometimes it's just instinctively, and I always encourage you to listen to your instincts. Now, instinct and impulsivity is two different things, and I can do a whole other video on that on its own. So when you are feeling stuck with making a decision, make sure that you work with powerful questioning in order to make some structure and clarity within all the different parts that are always included with running a business. So here we have the questions again. What does it cost me if I'm not making a decision or procrastinating on the decision? What am I truly afraid of? What underlying beliefs and fears are holding me back from moving forwards? And what would I advise if this was not my business, if I look at this objectively? And then what information am I missing, if any? And what is the actual overarching goal here? And what option is serving me best? Are the options in front of me the only options? Are there more out there that I haven't considered at all? Now, you don't need to use all 6 questions, of course, but grab a hold of them when you're stuck. Use different ones and see which ones are working the best for you. If this resonated with you, of course, subscribe, and you can always book a free consultation call with me. And just go to the link in the bio and you can find a time slot. Thank you so much.